Welcome, it's Off the Top Sports Talk. I'm Michael Sperber, here as always with Josh House. What's going on, Josh?
How you doing, Mighty Mike?
How you living?
Living large.
House, what's going on?
Do not forget to like Off the Top Sports Talk, all one word on Facebook, please, and join the conversation.
We've been getting some likes. We got some fans. It's growing. The buzz is swirling. Josh, this week's Off with the Top babe goes to Beyonce Knowles.
Who's that?
It's a former Destiny Child front woman, and now a Super Bowl halftime mega superstar performer of our era. This girl killed it. When every woman at the Super Bowl party
Was talking about how good she looked.
goes from the kitchen to the living room, and every guy shuts up, you know she demands a stage.
Yeah,
and she looks good doing it.
She commanded the audience. I mean, she looked good. She was hitting it. She was looking good.
She rocked it.
She did.
I mean, not a huge fan of the music, but the moves.
You're a huge fan of her.
I'm not a huge fan of the music, but I mean, the babe's got moves on moves.
Jay-Z's he's got a pretty good life right now, I'd say.
Hey, power couple, the dominant power couple of right now. House Super Bowl edition, Ballers and Fallers. Who we got?
This week's Ballers and Fallers, we start off with the Super Bowl MVP, Mr. Elite quarterback, Joe Flacco. 22 for 33, 287 yards, 3 huge touchdowns, 0 picks. I mean, 11 postseason touchdowns, ties us most in a single season ever in a Super Bowl. I mean,
he's balling, dude. He killed it this postseason. The man is gonna get paid. The owner said he's gonna be our quarterback for the next 10 years.
They're saying Peyton Manning, Drew Brees money, $20 million a year.
Yeah. I still wouldn't put him in that category of Peyton Manning, but I put him right there.
He beat Brady and Manning, and then got to the Super Bowl and went no picks, 3 touchdowns, and was checking off runs on the 1-yard line to passes to Anquan and hitting him in cover,
yeah,
well covered.
It was third and inches. Third and inches.
Yeah. And he checked the run because they were bringing the house up front, and he checked it to old Anquan, Mr. Bolden, and he just said, "I'm better than you."
Ballers.
Now we got Jacoby Jones, 108-yard kickoff return, 1 catch for 56 yards, and another touchdown.
He could have been the MVP.
He easily could have been the MVP.
He was battling.
Also, Anquan and him were right there.
Anquan was right there, too. He had a good game. Ballers.
Last of the Ballers, we got to go a little split on the defensive side for the Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
They're linked. Big brother, little brother.
I mean, Ray Lewis pregame speech, I'd like to hear it. I mean, it had the team in tears. He had 7 tackles. Ed Reed, his 9th interception of the postseason in his career, tying an NFL record. I mean, forever. Now, Ray's retiring, but you're always going to think of the Baltimore Ravens and think of defense, and you'll think of Ed Reed, Ray Lewis.
True.
That's all there is to it.
Fallers. This
week's Fallers. Let's see. Chris Culliver from
the 49ers.
The 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Anti-gay, made some gay slurs. Caused a big controversy at a media day out there. Had to apologize for everything he did. Then goes out and just gets smoked in the game.
All game long.
All game long, just getting beaten down like he should be. I mean, you go out and make dumb statements like that.
Especially when he plays in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's kind of
hey.
That is pretty funny.
Fallers.
Other Fallers, Randy Moss, for calling himself the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game, and then coming up with 2 catches for 41 yards. I mean,
unimpressive.
Where
does he stand?
He's top 5. I mean, there's no
Jerry
argument.
Rice is the undisputed, right?
Jerry Rice, I mean, if you look at the numbers, it's not even close.
It's not even close.
There's no one that's even close.
There's no other contender. Who's after him, would you say?
Tony Gonzalez?
No, receivers.
Tony Gonzalez? No. That's Chris Carter's up there. I mean,
Chris Carter,
Tim Brown's up there.
Randy Moss,
Steve Largent back in the day.
Okay.
You know, some of the old school Pittsburgh guys, you know, Lynn Swan are up there,
Yeah.
you know, but this is Jerry Rice all the way.
Yeah, Randy Moss is. He
And
was
then-
he was amazing back in the day. All right, who we got?
And then our
followed?
last of the fallers. This one's pretty funny. Let's see. The New Orleans electrical unit. Whoever was running the stadium lights, they get a big fat F and should not
As
get
in
paid
faller?
for that day. Just, I mean, really, 34 minutes, I believe, of just sitting there during a Super Bowl party and drinking and
I
waiting
mean-
for the game to get exciting. Because at that point, it was still a blowout.
It
you know?
was bad and it was good. It was bad for some people. It was good for others. It was good for the 49ers, bad for the Ravens. It was good for bars because
They had
what did
some more
those
booze,
people
yeah.
do? They just drank more.
Yep.
You know, spent more money on booze, but bad for the people that are watching on TV on house parties or whatever. Because people, you know, if you're just a little family watching the game, they just switch a channel. CBS might not have been too happy. All right, so we got, those are the ballers and fallers. We got our Super Bowl recap. House, where'd you watch the game? Who'd you watch it with? What'd you eat? What'd you drink? How was the party?
I did have one of the
Let
best.
us inside.
I had one of the best spreads I've ever been at a
All
Super
right,
Bowl
what were
party.
you chewing on?
We had a huge taco bar, chicken, carne asada,
Nice.
the whole spread, churros. I mean, it was a bomb. Thanks to my friends, Keith and Kelsey. It was a great time. Let's see. I mean, it was just good friends, you know, little mellow party, around 60,
Nice.
70 people, something like that.
Nice.
What about yourself? I heard you were
Yeah.
playing with some ball. You were partying
I
with
was
some
chilling
ballers.
over there
some
with
collegiate
my
ballers.
big brother Dimitri and his queen, Jana Carnezes. Put out a beautiful spread. You know, meatballs and Sammys and dip, chips, dip. You know, we were chilling with our dog over there. John Song was snapping pictures, kicking it with some SC linebackers, Devon Kennard, Kevin Green.
You telling the defense got to step up next year a little more?
I did. I was up there flexing with them. Great guys, humble guys, down to earth guys. It was just great kicking it. What I heard was they wanted to kick it with some real football minds. That's why they came down and watched it with us. Make sense?
Totally.
So I want to thank everybody out there. We had a great time.
Drop some knowledge on them.
I did. I let them know what was up. I told them how things were going to go. I was letting them know where people were going to college, and I was just kicking knowledge. But luckily, and most importantly, it was a great game.
Yeah.
So
Didn't look like it early.
Baltimore gets off to a smoking start. Dominates. Flacco, sharp. 3 first half touchdowns.
Well, I mean, the thing that bothered me was the start of the game. The first play of the game that just blew it for me was the fact you have 2 weeks to prepare for this game. You script your plays. You
Yeah.
run this play time and time again. How do you have your tight end cover up a receiver and make himself ineligible, and you get a penalty on a first play of the game that
First
gets you
play?
20 yards of the game and changes the field position of the game? That one play changed the field position right there. They get the penalty yards, come back, end up having to kick it. Baltimore runs right
You
down
don't
the field and
expect that
scores.
from a
Right
Jim
down the field and
Harbaugh
score.
coach team.
No, he had to be pulling his hair. I can't
he
believe
was
that
going
happened to them.
crazy. Flacco again. Elite?
Obviously.
Okay, who would you rather have, Brady or Flacco? I
I'd
mean,
rather have Tom Brady.
Peyton or Flacco?
I'd rather have, well, right now, for the
playoffs?
rest of their career, I'd probably have Joey Flacco because I think Peyton's only got a year or so left. But Peyton, you know, if in his prime, I obviously would take him. Flacco
He is what he is. Great deep ball threat.
he's got a strong arm and he's getting better. That's all I can say is he's getting better and he's getting better and he's winning games on the road that are
He's
important.
really solid. And you know what?
a
Every
great
single
defense.
guy on that team has his back.
He's got a great
John
defense.
Harbaugh says he's phenomenal. I mean, he might be the guy. He might be the guy. Owner gives him love next 10 years. He's
Well, I
their
mean,
guy.
they got a good core. They got Ray Rice and they got him and they got Anquan.
But their window's small. This was their year. You
Well,
don't
I mean-
expect to see them back here next year, do you?
I don't know. I mean,
I'd be a lot more surprised if Baltimore was in the Super Bowl next year than San Francisco.
Oh, definitely.
San Francisco
is they
at
got almost
the
everyone under
start.
contract. They got almost everyone under contract.
They're young.
They're young.
They're explosive,
They're-
and they're clicking. They got
they're
their
physical.
defense is badass.
They have a young quarterback. He's only started 9 or 10 games now, and he's legit.
Kaepernick, he struggled early, but he came on strong at the end. Like I don't know. He can compose himself. It's big stage does not rattle him. Throwing a pick doesn't rattle him.
I don't understand what the 49ers problem is in the first half of games. They just come out like they haven't stretched. They haven't done anything. They're slow. They're cold. They're not covering anybody. They're not bringing it physically. Really, they're just getting beat all over the field in the first half. And then all of a sudden,
it clicks.
Second quarter, third, beginning of third, they just start dominating, shutting things down. It's amazing to me how that happens for them, because if they played it both halves the way they did, it's a blowout for them the other way. But they only turn it on the second half.
So what do you think? Were they a little intimidated by the lights? I mean, veteran team Ravens, they've been there before. Ray Lewis, he had his guys in tears pregame speech. He's been there. He knows, what to expect. I mean, he handled that media week, the whole week. Deer antler.
I know.
Deer antler.
It's weird because, I mean, the San Francisco won in almost every stat. They outthrew them. They outran them. They had more first downs.
Yeah, but
the only stat that Baltimore
teams, which was huge.
The only stat that Baltimore won in was they had 100 yards exactly more in the kickoff returns. San Francisco coming into the game was the 31st ranked kickoff return team, right? Or kickoff return, and
that surprises
the Ravens
me.
were first.
Surprising me with Jim Harbaugh. I mean, he's a physical guy. He pays attention to detail. To have his special teams be the 31st in the league.
Patrick Willis plays special teams for the 49ers, so you know that they care about it. They care about it.
Well, there's a problem, too.
But somehow that kickoff
John
team
Harbaugh used to be a special teams coach.
They have to address that, and they got a little bit better. They got a little bit better on the pass defense. Their corners were getting lost in coverage.
Culliver was getting
lost
lit
in
up.
coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they were confused. It just... Early in that first drive, too, one of the corners let off the guy. The safety tried to pick him up, but it looked like it was confusion on the first series of the game. So
big play, Vernon Davis. He's got to make that play.
That's big.
He's got to make that play. Hey, in the Super Bowl, it was a tough catch, but it was makeable. Off the fingertips.
That's where legends are made.
That's where legends are made, dude. That's the one you would have been seeing years and years from now, right off the fingertips. But second time in Super Bowl history that both teams scored more than 30-plus points.
See,
it was high scoring. I was expecting a low-scoring battle.
Yeah, I was too. Kaepernick ran 7 carries for 62 yards. I think he had the longest run by a quarterback for a touchdown in NFL history.
15 yards.
Yeah. That's not that long.
I know. I was surprised.
But, I mean, the thing, 7 carries for 62 yards. That's a very good average. I was hoping he'd get 12 carries at least in that game. Because I don't understand why he didn't get a few more carries.
When
he got around the corner, he was gone.
That last quarterback, especially with like Ray being a little older, a little slower.
Exactly.
Dude.
Same thing with Vernon Davis. They had a hard time covering. Ray trying to cover Vernon Davis was not looking good. No.
This was the time for Ray to leave.
Oh, it's perfect.
This is perfect. Hey, couldn't have written it any better.
Now he gets to go watch his son play college football. That's awesome.
Couldn't have written it any better. He goes out on top. He's slowing down a little bit, but he didn't embarrass himself out there. If he kept coming back next year, the following year, he would.
Ray will never embarrass himself. That's the one thing about him. He's
getting out at the right time.
He could still play if he wanted to.
I don't know. I think he's lost a step. This is the first I've noticed it this year.
The difference players like that is that
look at him and look at Patrick Willis.
He makes up for that lost step with his mind.
Yeah, mentally, he's as good as they get, for sure.
But he reads plays and diagnoses them so quickly that he's already reacting to
how did he come back from that? How did he come back from that tricep injury so quick?
Little deer antler.
Dude, deer antlers, Bray.
I use it all the time for my injuries.
I'm sure you do. I mean... he was supposed to be out for the year. He came back quick, but hey, I'm not mad at him. I want to see him play one more game. I want to play him in the Super Bowl.
The NFL ain't going to punish him. They're very happy he came back, huh?
And it got them off talking about his 2000 trouble with the law that he got into. Yeah. I don't want to get into that. But hey,
you want to get into the awards finally here?
NFL awards. We've been talking about it. MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, AP.
We called that one right.
We called that one early. Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt.
Easy.
No surprise there. Coach of the Year, Bruce Arians.
You deserved it.
I called that.
You deserved it.
But hey, you weren't fighting me on that one. You're like, it could go either way. Rookie Offensive Player of the Year. any controversy here.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Griffin is a special athlete.
He might be out of the league in 3 or 4 years.
He might be the most exciting player in the NFL since Barry Sanders. Michael Vick, him, and Barry Sanders in the last 20 years are the three most exciting guys I can think of.
Kaepernick's pretty electric.
He's stepping up there. And the thing I like is he can throw the ball like crazy.
He can.
He's accurate.
He's got a cannon.
I mean, that one ball sailed on him.
Only difference between him and RG3 is he's like 6'4", 6'5".
He's like 6'5", legit. Yeah, he's tall.
That's the difference. RG3 can throw the ball.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be able to stand up.
RG3 runs even faster than Kaepernick.
He does run even faster, but he's small, dude. He's not going to be able to last in the league, I'm telling you.
He's got the heart, though. That's all I'll give him.
He
does not shy away from contact, and he wants to win badly. I like that kid a lot.
I do like him, dude. There's no doubt. I'm just saying, logically speaking, a guy his size is not going to be able to hold up with those beasts.
It's tough. It's a tough sport. I mean, anyone who makes it through a season has my respect.
There's something to be said about Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, Colin Kaepernick's size in the NFL. Not to take the hits. I hope so.
He's already
Vic never really has,
Yeah. Vic's not as smart as Robert Griffin. I hate to say. He's not even close. Robert Griffin was like, he graduated in like 2.5 years. He's a smart kid.
Yeah, but football IQ and actual book smart intelligence is a lot different.
Robert Griffin's pretty damn smart as a football player.
Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. You got this one right. You called this.
Boom.
I said Janoris Jenkins. Is Luke Kuechly? Kuechly? He dominated this year.
Solid player.
We're going to have to keep an eye on that kid. He's going to be...
Lead the NFL in tackles as a rookie? Why not? It's easy. Everyone does it, right?
Dude, he'll be if he backs up this season with next season, he's going to be the defensive player of the year. They've been doing some pretty
good job of drafting over there. Cam Newton, Kuechly, they got...
We'll see if Cam Newton comes to play next year and lives up to the potential. He had a bad early of the season. Yeah. Kind of just lost all momentum, never really was able to gain it back. Comeback Player of the Year.
We hit that.
You had to give him something.
Oh, yeah.
AP had to get one. Peyton had to get one. That's just how it goes. You see the Hall of Famers? Got some new inductees.
My favorite offensive lineman to
Larry
ever
Allen.
play
You know a little thing or two about this. Is he your favorite offensive lineman ever?
The most fun guy to watch ever.
Anthony Munoz?
Boselli? Before him, I loved Anthony Munoz. Okay. I didn't get to watch him that much when he actually played. But I watched a lot of highlights. But Larry Allen, I mean, I think I was in high school right when he was starting his career. And he
was the strongest guy ever, right?
One of my coaches at Edison played with him in college at Sonoma State.
No way.
And told me some stories about Larry Allen, how he got beat once his entire career in practice there. And the one time he got so mad and came over and just killed him.
He was the strongest guy in the NFL ever, right?
Benched 750 pounds.
Yeah.
750.
Larry Allen, Chris Carter, deserved.
Oh, God. That guy.
That guy had hands.
All Chris Carter does, catch touchdowns.
He does. He wasn't that fast, but they said Jerry Rice wasn't that fast. It's all about hands and running routes.
Yep.
Curly Culp, Jonathan Ogden.
Ogden's legit.
He's legit.
He's a legend.
UCLA. The Big Tuna.
I love Bill Parcells. That guy's a bad boy.
You couldn't have got him in there quick enough, dude.
Yeah.
First ballot, no doubt. Dave Robinson and Warren Sapp.
The quarterback killer.
So, left off the list, Michael Strahan.
That's a surprise to me. I don't know how you leave that guy off the list.
If you had to pick between Warren Sapp and Michael Strahan, who goes in this year? Who goes in next year?
Oh, I mean, Warren Sapp is a
tough call.
Warren Sapp is an absolute no-brainer first-team Hall of Famer to me. Not even a question. He was better for longer than I think Strahan was, in my opinion. Strahan now holds the sack record, so obviously he's a bomb.
That sack record does not count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Tell that to everyone else that's ever tried to get a sack in the NFL.
I don't care. That Brett Favre was just BS. Brett Favre
Would you want to get hit by that guy running around? I would fall down too.
Brett Favre sucks.
I mean,
I said it.
If Michael Strahan was a...
Brett Favre is not good. How do you feel about me saying that? Is that controversial?
Brett Favre
He had a couple MVPs,
when he
right?
was hot, he was as good as anyone.
When he
in the
was
world,
hot, he
but
was a gunslinger.
But he
was
made
stupid.
mistakes. He made some dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
But I'll take the competitiveness in him on my team anytime.
I didn't see that competitiveness when he went to New York Jets and then he went to
Hey,
Minnesota.
Who's good for the Jets lately on offense?
Mark
honestly.
Sanchez.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's your Hall of Famers. Congratulations out there. Chris Carter got real emotional. He was emotional. It was kind of touching to see, you know? Somebody that appreciates their craft.
He was
appreciates getting recognized. I hope someday we get into the Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice and deserved.
Very deservedly.
Thank you. House. There's some fights this weekend. Moving on from football.
Yep, we had a little UFC card, the first pay-per-view card in a few weeks. Championship fight, Frankie Edgar taking on Jose Aldo, the champion. Edgar moving down, dropping 10 pounds from 155 to 145. I thought Edgar might be able to take this one. I thought take the underdog.
Who did I call?
You took the champion.
Yeah.
Edgar, he got dominated. He got schooled by Aldo in the striking. He looks slow, which is amazing if you've ever watched Frankie Edgar, because he always he's so fast on the striking.
Faster than everybody's fighting.
Aldo just schooled him and made him look slow. It was impressive. Five round unanimous decision. I'd say it was either 3-2 Aldo, maybe 4-1. Not really that close. Frankie never really hurt Aldo in my book, so Aldo did his thing. He looked impressive. Let's see. Rashad Evans was the co-main event. 6-1 favorite. This is why you gotta love the fights. 6-1 favorite against one of the best jiu-jitsu guys ever, and a ex-Brazilian Olympic boxing team member. Worked out with the Olympic boxing team in Brazil. 6-1. Nog is up, getting 400. He's plus 400, and comes out and unanimously defeats Rashad.
Is Rashad done?
Beat him at his own game.
Is he
I
done?
wouldn't say he's done, but he got beat by the older.
I thought the foot speed of Rashad was gonna.
That's what everybody thought. He was gonna come in and just outbox him, stick and move. But Nog has got the shorter, tighter, quicker punches and just handled his business, man. You don't mess. He's a tough dude. That family.
Where's Nog going from here?
I mean, that's a great win.
What do you want to see?
It's a great win for him, and he's gonna move up for a couple more fights for him, and he may get another title shot, but I don't know. We'll see. It's the UFC. It's crazy. Things change on weekly basis. People are getting injured. You never know. Also, it was the night of the underdogs on this card.
Yeah.
It was one of the craziest cards I've ever seen for big long shot underdogs to win.
That's why you always take the dogs. You get bigger money.
Let's see. Alistair, I like to juice Overeem.
Cool.
His first fight back in the UFC after being suspended for performance enhancers. Bigfoot Silva.
He was a monster.
He's not small.
Overeem?
So Overeem was jacked and juiced, but
jeez, I saw him at one of his weigh-ins not too long ago. He was just jacked.
If you're gonna draw what a champion should look like,
Ariane Celeste was in the background, clapping. I was like, damn, I wish that was me.
That didn't really help him in the ring this time.
Dude, he got knocked silly.
Without the steroids.
Yeah.
Bigfoot Silva
he was like putty.
Put a whooping on him.
Bigfoot Silva looked good.
He's
strong.
He took it to old Overeem there and beat him and knocked him out. I mean, KO'd his ass. It wasn't even. It was dirty. He took care of business on him, and
Overeem was knocked silly.
He was.
He was out.
He didn't want any more to do with him.
No, he didn't.
No.
That was two big boys taking care of business.
It is interesting to see what happens when you take the juice away from some of these guys.
It's so true.
It's such an advantage. Ask Lance Armstrong or any of the other guys.
But that stuff's still going to be going on as long as there's competitive sports.
The NFL did say they're going to try to have HGH testing by next year.
Are you kidding me?
That's what I heard.
I mean, do you not think every single one of those guys is on HGH? Honestly. It's just like Major League Baseball. It's like Major League Baseball when we're watching everybody hit home runs and we're acting like it's real.
And they're all hitting 60 and 70 and all of a sudden they take it away now they're in the 40s.
I mean, you all knew. Yeah. You just didn't want to notice. You didn't want to lift the rug up under the, every one of these NFL players are just Bowman, Brooks, Patrick Willis. I mean, these guys are monsters, dude. Monsters.
The training techniques have gotten better, all that, but
I mean, you could say that all you want.
some
dude.
of those guys,
Pollard,
are like, how are they looking like that?
Dude, they're just beasts, dude, and they're doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. You know what? They sign up for it. We all love the hits. So hey, they're making big money. Everybody wins, right?
Sir.
Are there any more big fights coming up you're looking forward to seeing?
We got a little.
Are we just gonna be waiting? What about Ronda Rousey?
Yeah,
When's she fighting?
Rousey's coming up
This month.
She's fighting one of the girls. She's fighting at the right here locally in Anaheim at the Honda Center.
We might need to go check that one out and go get an interview.
The first female to headline a card here in California, OC, breaking ground.
She's a beast. She said she likes to have sex before her fights.
Yeah, I heard that.
Just get it all out.
She's taking care of business. She's first round subbing everybody.
Is she getting paid?
Not yet. She's gonna be getting paid. She's her first fight in the UFC.
She's like the first female fight that's like headlining these days. Yeah.
Well, Dana White's excited about her. She's. I think Tito Ortiz is her manager. The local boy,
really?
Tito Ortiz is her manager.
Huntington Beach badass. Yeah.
He's managing her, and we'll
really?
see.
Has he ever managed any fighters before?
You know, it's funny. Dana White used to manage him back in the day when he
No
started,
way.
so that's how they became friends.
Oh, wow.
And now they're enemies, so it's kind of funny. But
Tito and Dana are
a little bit.
Yeah, because Tito wants that paper.
Oh yeah.
He wants that paper. Jenna was probably in his ear like, "You're a businessman now. Now it's time to be getting paid. Don't be listening to this guy
Hey, Tito
taking cuts off your deal."
One thing about Tito, he was the longest champion at his weight division that we've ever had, and he brought the fans.
He did.
He brought the fans.
Was a
That's the one thing.
superstar.
He's one of the guys who brought
Chuck
the
Liddell,
fans to MMA. He had a crew. It didn't
Couture.
matter. Yep.
People watched.
But,
Who else?
Tito's always had a large fan base. That's why he got paid
following.
better than almost everyone else. He always brought fans. So
Yeah, he used to roll around up in that Phantom, just a pimp mobile.
Yeah.
Huge, a monster.
He's done pretty well from
400G.
Golden West College, Tito. I remember having class with you.
Yeah, how'd you guys do? Did you guys get some good grades?
Yeah, we both passed the class barely.
All right, so the one I want to see is John Jones v. either.
Well, he's got Chael Sonnen next, so you'll
I don't want to see that.
That'll be quick.
GSP
It's supposed to be supposedly
or
Anderson Silva supposedly is fighting GSP and John Jones. We'll see.
John Jones, Anderson Silva. Yeah. That's the one I want to see. That's the one
the whole world wants to see.
I think he'll dominate GSP. GSP's too small, I think. Am I right?
GSP's a great wrestler, though. That's the one thing that
you think he can beat them.
He can take anyone down. I think he can take anyone down. He's that good of a wrestler now. He might be one of the best. I mean,
how much does he weigh?
Maybe Daniel Cormier is going to be in the UFC.
How much does GSP weigh?
170, but he probably walks around at 200.
You think?
Oh, he probably does. He cuts down. He's in shape. He's one of the smartest fighters.
I'll tell you what.
That's one of the things.
I think you taking Anderson Silva or are you taking John Jones? I mean, this is early speculation.
It's hard to go against the length of John Jones just because he's such a freak. He can do things that no one else can do. He can jab you with his elbows from 10 feet away, it seems like. But Anderson Silva is the best striker that we have in the UFC, and you can't ever count that guy out because John Jones makes one stupid move and he gets kicked in the face like Vitor Belfort or something like that.
Either way, it's honestly like 50-50.
Well, I mean, it's exciting because I want to see it.
It is.
We didn't get Mayweather and Pacquiao. Yeah. Now we're glad we didn't get it, really, right? No, now we're glad we didn't get that fight.
I would have loved to have it, but
Mayweather
he would have killed him.
He would have killed him.
I've said that before, but I wanted
we paid $100 for this stupid fight.
I wanted to tell everybody and make it happen.
That's true.
Because I was telling everybody he's going to beat his ass anyways.
I think people want to see this fight more than Pacquiao and Mayweather now.
All right, House. Hey, we had a rough week this week. I lost some money.
Yeah, you can't win them all.
Car was repossessed.
You can't give up that many points in the first half.
House foreclosed on. I mean, I loaded up on the Super Bowl.
You should have had a lot of money.
Household lock of the week misses.
You know what?
And a lot of people are down on money. I know.
Had a chance.
You had a chance.
Those are some horrible play calls, I thought, on the goal line.
The goal line, they threw it 3 times. They should have ran it. The pistol. If they ran it with Kaepernick, he's getting in the zone,
exactly.
you know?
I like
or
that.
Gore.
I did not like the play calls by the 49ers.
But play calls or not, we lost money, dude.
It's true.
Hail, sleet, or snow, we lost money.
The Super Bowl, I knew it was going to be a close game. It was a hell of a game.
It was a great game. It was one of the best Super Bowls.
One of the best Super Bowls I've watched.
After the power outage,
that
game got interesting. It got real. People were pumped. People were focused.
All the Ravens fans were celebrating, early dancing, and then they all got real tight and quieted down there.
The 49ers were just down too much. They had that surge.
What killed them was they didn't get that 2-point conversion. If they would have got that and tied it up, that would have
they had
really
that
messed
surge,
with the Ravens.
and then they just couldn't get over the hump. So you lost your household lock of the week. A lot of people were pissed off. I was getting people were calling me, asked me to loan them money. And I'm like, I'm broke too now. I was living real well for a while.
3-1 in the playoffs. You got to do what you got to do.
If this is going to be a lock, it's got to be a lock. Who do we got this week?
We're going to go with... we're going to take the Miami Heat Sunday nationally televised game to beat our Lakers.
You're taking them over my Lakers?
We're going to take them over our Lakers.
The only reason I can find this acceptable...
We're still in
because our coach is whack.
And he doesn't like to play defense.
And he just sucks. I'm sick of him. I want him gone. We're 22-26. I want him out of here. Even when they win, it's unimpressive. So
it just seems like it's like a mutiny already. Like the guys don't want to listen to him really.
No, I think they're doing their own thing.
Right?
I think they're doing their own thing.
They're like, I don't mind shooting fast. We'll shoot.
Yeah, they're playing a little better.
Don't make me do anything I don't want to do.
It's a long season. They're playing a little better, but he just doesn't impress me. And this week's household lock of the week is Miami over the Lakers. Prime time Sunday. Now that Sunday football is over, it's going to be basketball on Sundays now.
It is a sad
marathon.
It is a sad week for us. The last time we're going to be able to talk about the football game that happened that week. That's rough.
Hey, National Signing Day on Wednesday.
We do have the Angels and Dodgers to look forward to.
We got Ducks and Kings.
The Kings are defending their title. They're not looking good yet. Not looking good yet.
What's going on with the Kings?
The champs always start off slow. That's how it always works, right?
There's still a little hangover?
Yeah, a little hangover. Ducks are playing pretty good. I know, I think it was the San Jose or something was undefeated. Looking pretty strong, 7-0.
Think they got a chance?
Oh, we'll see. It's early.
It's too early in the hockey season. We'll get into it later.
We know Penner and the boys, the Kings are gonna get it going here.
Who else you got on the?
Bobby Ryan and Getzlaf, some of the boys in the Ducks need to get it going. Step up here.
Some of the Sharkies crew. Okay. So household lock of the week: Miami over the Lakers.
Yeah, just the Lakers. You can't trust them yet.
No, absolutely not. I can't trust their coach.
They did beat Oklahoma City. But
that was impressive. I didn't expect it. It won't ever happen again with this guy at the helm. All right, I want to thank our tech wizard, Mary Jane Alvarez House, best in the business, master producer, Jeremy Yorba, and Craig Longiata, making us sound so good. We sound good on the mic.
Like butter.
Like butter, baby. Showtime for free as always, showing love.
Mad love.
Mad love. For Josh House, this is Michael Sperber, and we are
out.